Have you ever imagined an instrument capable of inflicting pain on every inch of the body, leaving no room for rest or relief? The torture chair was exactly that, a seat designed to cause extreme suffering. With hundreds of sharp nails embedded in its surface, this chair was not only a tool of physical pain, but also a symbol of fear and control during the darkest periods of history. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you will discover about this artifact of cruelty will challenge your perception of justice and punishment in the past. The torture chair, also known as the iron chair, or chair of 1,000 spikes, was one of the most feared tools of punishment and interrogation during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. Its design was as ingenious as it was cruel, a chair covered with sharp metal nails positioned across the seat, backrest, and even the armrests. The condemned person was forced to sit on the chair, and their own body weight caused the nails to slowly penetrate the skin. In some cases, straps were used to secure the victim, ensuring they couldn't move to relieve the pain. But the worst was yet to come. Some versions of the chair included devices to heat it, intensifying the suffering by turning the nails into heat conductors. The torture chair was primarily used for interrogations and punishments. Its targets were accused of severe crimes such as heresy, witchcraft, and treason. During the Inquisition, it became a symbol of fear, used to extract forced confessions from those suspected of defying the religious or political laws of the time. Curiously, many of the condemned had no concrete evidence against them. A mere accusation from neighbors or enemies was enough to bring someone to the chair. Thus, it became a tool of control, used to silence dissenting voices and impose order through extreme fear. The process of torture on the chair of 1,000 spikes was meticulous. The torturers did not want the victim to die quickly. The goal was to prolong the suffering and thereby obtain information or confessions. Every movement, even the slightest, intensified the pain as the nails tore through the skin and muscles. Humiliation was also part of the process. Victims were often exposed to the public during torture sessions, turning their suffering into a spectacle. This not only terrified the accused, but also served as a brutal warning to onlookers. Disobey the rules, and you could be next. The physical consequences were devastating. Even if someone survived the torture, the injuries caused by the nails left permanent scars, severe infections, and often physical disabilities. The pain didn't end when the session was over. It stayed with the person for the rest of their life. There are detailed historical records of the use of the torture chair in different parts of Europe. In Germany, it was widely used during witch trials, while in France it was applied to political traitors. One of the most famous cases occurred in Spain, where the chair was used to interrogate alleged heretics during the Spanish Inquisition. Accounts from survivors and witnesses describe the psychological terror associated with this tool. For many, just knowing of its existence was enough to deter any act of rebellion or disobedience. With the advent of the Enlightenment and the questioning of torture as a method of justice, the use of the torture chair gradually disappeared. However, its shadow still looms over history as a grim reminder of the extremes humanity can reach to impose control and fear. Today, the torture chair is displayed in museums around the world, not as a celebration of its existence, but as a warning of the atrocities that can arise when power is exercised without ethical limits. The history of the torture chair invites us to reflect on how we approach justice and power. Although this practice seems distant, there are still forms of violence and control that echo the brutality of the past. Have we truly learned from the mistakes of history? Share your opinion in the comments and share this video with those who, like you, seek to understand the darkest and most fascinating aspects of human history.